Hey everyone, what's up? We're the Anime Bugs. I'm Az.
I'm Jade.
Yes, and this is episode 2 of Black Clover. I really want to get into this as quickly as possible. Episode 1 was much better than I thought because I had very low reservations because you guys had been saying that the first few episodes are very bad. I don't know if it goes downhill from here after a few episodes and then it picks up or what, but I liked Asta's character. I liked the animation. I think the animation is going to have a few issues later down the line, but so far I'm loving this a lot.
What I liked about the first episode was that I see there's some story and probably some build up to
Yeah,
it
the world is
afterwards.
very interesting. The world
Yeah.
is a lot more interesting than most shows that I've seen. So
Mm.
there lies the potential, but yeah, let's see what episode 2 has to offer because it
Yeah.
it ended on a cliffhanger with
Yep.
Asta, the demon that's coming
The
out
devil.
of him or the book. I'm not sure. And
Yeah.
yes, before we dive into it, some things important. So yes, I could not look at the comment section. Thank you for all the views and the comments. I was surprised that it got that much traction, episode 1, but I could not, as I said, I can't look into the comment section. So any comments, whatever, I just can't look at them. I peeked a bit and I saw a few comments here and there, but yeah, I cannot go into the comments for any episode because of
Yeah,
potential
spoiler
spoilers.
free.
I don't know what to do about it as of now, because other channels have moderators, right? But we are just too small right now, so that kind of thing won't work. So until then, if you want to pass on any information that is very important, do so in a separate video, but be very careful with spoilers because any theory that we make or any misunderstanding that will be corrected in the episode or has not been explained until now, that's a spoiler. Okay, if something has already been explained and we got it wrong, then you can pass it on to us, but everything else is a spoiler. Any kind of hyping up for any episode or any scene, everything is a spoiler. So with that being said, let's get into it. Oh, starting off with, of course.
He's at his lowest point. That's when the devil.
Yeah,
That's
takes
when he gets his
advantage.
grimoire.
Yeah, could be that, or could be that he really needs help right now. He's not even reacting. Yes. Conjured out of nowhere. Some people said that it's the book. That's what I got from the comments, and then I stopped looking at it.
Yeah, it was said that the devil resides in the fifth leaf of the
Okay, okay.
clover. Not
I
it was not
didn't
inside
see
him.
that properly.
Yeah, it doesn't come from inside him.
But where did the book come from?
The book came from the skies, right? So must be the devil.
Nah, there's more. There's definitely more to that.
The grimoire chooses its master. So
You can be great. Yeah. Yes. Intro. An awesome part of watching intro every episode is that you keep getting more and more context. See how they're leaning on each other. 10 years ago.
backstory.
Yes. He's chasing after Asta.
Oh yeah, he was a crybaby, wasn't
Mm-hmm.
he? I wonder if
Figuratively.
Yuno wants to become the Wizard King on his behalf.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Could be. Oh, it's been going on for 10 years.
How old is she?
What is this?
It's a story.
That is important.
That must be
That is definitely real.
the Wizard King. Daytime story.
Okay, I have some theories.
Oh, I see. Mhm.
That is so cool. That I love lore. It reminds me of Attack on Titan with the
Wait.
book. It reminds me of
Oh.
AOT's, right?
Oh, the four leaf. Oh, it must be the story of the Wizard King.
Yeah, that is. It's true, right? So the first Wizard King came from this area,
They
okay,
must have asked about it, right?
passed down through many generations. Oh, that's who he is. That's the Wizard King. Okay. So the Wizard King is an actual king, not some powerful individual. After the king. Yeah, so he's not the king. But that was a silhouette of that guy.
It's a
They're
very
both
childish
inspired
dream.
by
Yeah.
the. Yeah. What happened? They both share the same dream. Mm.
It's like the only way for
It's
him
the
to.
only interesting thing in this town.
Not only that, it's also the only way to come out of poverty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, those two don't match. Okay, Wizard King, I get you, but not that. Interesting. What is Juno thinking? What is he doing? Kamehameha.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have magic.
That is a Kamehameha move. It's become his tagline. No wonder he keeps mocking Asta. It's coming from outside the city, right?
Is this where they get attacked or something? Asta will be stubborn and follow him.
Mm-hmm. Storm.
That was a little careless of him to send him like that.
Oh, this is the guy. So this is the entire episode is going to be flashback, at least the first half. Oh, he still hasn't left.
Shit. Pregnant.
Yeah. He thinks this kid is spoiled. Yuno knows magic at this point.
Should be able to, but
Very faint. Interesting. Similar to what happened in episode 1. He came to his rescue. Without magic, he's still fighting. Yuno just gave up. He didn't want to die. And he's witnessing this. And then he stops crying after this day. He reminds me of Gone in this moment. He could have killed him. Yeah, he was just trying to scare,
yeah.
The main character.
I'm the main.
You are a nobody.
I have plot armor.
It's going to be good.
Wait, does he know how to use a sword?
I don't think he's conscious right now. He's just.
Is he possessed? Maybe.
Yeah, could be. Oh. Who said the animation is bad? This is good. This is awesome.
I think they use CGI for big monsters or something.
No. I think they overshot their budget.
Yeah.
I want to see that scene again. It's very good. He is set on that goal. Not giving up is my magic. Bye bye, side character. So does he lose? Yes, he's dead. I thought he wasn't conscious.
I mean, he
What are
kind of.
these dandelions? Oh, similar to the snow. I don't know what it is about the show. It's very. I mean, it's not very cliche, but it's. I'm still liking it. Maybe it's because it's so new. I don't know it. I just like the feel of this show for some reason.
Mhm. Oh, you didn't think that he would be able to. Okay.
Rival. So he was waiting for this day. That's why he was harsh on him.
They don't know anything about the Clovers.
I'm surprised they're not questioning what happened just now. That's a scene. It's a scene. Yeah, and it'll flash too. Yep. Awesome. That's my thumbnail. And cut. It's very simple, but so far I don't have any big complaints
No qualms.
because I am going with low expectations. I'm not, like my mind is going to be blown or something. I'm going to be patient with the show. I feel like what happened is that they started off very predictable or cliched or this kind of thing, but eventually the writer figured out what, or they got to a point where they did something good.
Where they made it a little different from your show.
Yeah, and kept getting better.
It's funny that I didn't see any song or lyrics that talked about going against your destiny, which means, Asta cannot become the Wizard King, right?
See, the thing is, I don't see any conflict right now. If it was established this early, then I would be disappointed. So there's a lot more that we don't know, and there's so many characters that we don't know. That's why I feel so excited because I feel like it's a very small piece of the entire story. We just know these two characters, right? Alright, guys, that was it for episode 2. I kind of understand that these two were like a companion piece, right? It's better that you watch episode 1 and 2 together because that tells a whole story about what these two's relationship is, where does that motivation come from, what was that flashback about, all of that. And very similar parallel stories happened 10 years ago. Yuno was in trouble and Asta came in and saved him. So we see that they were very different characters as kids, right? Um, you know, oh my god. Okay, I gotta get it off my head. Okay, so was a crybaby basically, and Asta was Asta. Asta hasn't changed.
Is the more passive one.
Yes, but that incident now, what I would have liked is that incident to have higher stakes.
One thing I noticed, their color, hair color, right?
Yeah.
It's literally yin and yang. So the yin part is the more passive one, and the yang part is the more
Hyper.
aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked a more flashback with more stakes because that felt a very important moment in their journey, right? And in the character growth. And that's when they decided that they will be rivals and they'll both try to become the Wizard King, right? And since then, stopped crying, and Asta probably became more miserable and more how do you
Not
say
miserable.
not miserable, like more as time passed on and he didn't develop his magic, he became more desperate, and that shows in his character, right? We've
Became
discussed
more
this.
stubborn than before.
Yeah, because he's the only one who doesn't have magic, and his dreams are fading away, and is becoming better and better. So that creates an obvious inferiority complex. But what's interesting is I still don't know why wants to become the Wizard King. I feel like other than the rivalry, there's more that he's thinking. Like, how does he view Asta as someone who he respects or someone who he looks down? Because what I feel is that until now, was kind of disappointed with Asta that he didn't have magic. So, but he was acting
Okay,
needy.
here's the thing. Wants Asta to be someone he respects.
Yes,
Right. He's disappointed at.
it's
Not,
like
yeah.
it's like ping pong. a lot of people won't have seen ping pong, but it's like, he was waiting for the protagonist, the hero, right? That's what Asta is for him. And we discussed this in episode 1 a lot, like the relationship, and that's just
Yeah.
more exemplified here.
What's interesting is that Yuno doesn't regret that Asta came saving him the second time.
Yes.
That was very interesting. Like you would have thought that, oh, again, once
like,
again,
like Bakugo and Midoriya.
yeah, like once again, Asta has come to save
Yeah,
me, but he
I'm-
didn't regret that at all.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
We'll talk about the lore that we saw in the book. That was very interesting.
yeah, that part.
Other than that, what else was there? Yeah, his line, right? Not giving up is my magic. Basically, that's his uh, biggest strength. That just like Gon, he doesn't give up. He keeps trying, and that's what inspired that day. Like, he saw a man who could have killed Asta, but while gave up and started crying, Asta came in. So despite the odds, he still
Yeah.
he doesn't back down.
I don't think Yuno has any kind of vision on his own. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like his dream is
Asta's dream.
yeah, his dream is being fueled by Asta's dream. If Asta didn't come up with that, he wouldn't have, because he was kind of feeling awkward. Oh, we both share the same dream. But only one of us will get there. Whereas Asta in that flashback, he was fine. Either you or me, either of us can become the Wizard King and we'll be rivals. So that's how Asta looks. But was kind of worried. Oh, only one of us will become the Wizard King, or oh, that was my dream, and now you also want to become. So
Yeah.
he was kind of worried here, and it's a pretty simple motivation, right? To become
Yeah,
the
I
Wizard King. He saw they read a tale, and
Yeah,
they're living in
that-
that town, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that tale, but. It's a pretty simple motivation from childhood. Yeah, I'll become the Wizard King because that's the only way to get out of poverty. Like, because in this town, right, this town is basically in the middle of nowhere. Nobody knows about this town. There hasn't been anything of relevance, any person who has achieved anything for a long time. So this is their one ticket out of this hellhole, and to do something.
I mean, every day they see this this
Yes.
mountain of a
This symbol,
this yeah
this constant reminder,
yeah in front of them.
which is very
The
interesting.
Wizard King is on top.
And what's more interesting is that if the Wizard King came from here, or he defeated the demon here, I think it's more like that, and the town formed around this. Despite that, the town has become nothing. So it must have been
Oh.
hundreds of years.
Here's something that I don't understand. If this is such an important site,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That he is,
This was the site where he defeated the.
yeah, it's such a huge,
Historic moment.
Historic moment. There should have been a city around it or something,
Yeah.
celebrating.
That's why I feel like
It's
it's
so-
been hundreds of years,
Yeah, it's like
or there's more to the city that we don't know. Something guarding, or some kind of protection barrier, or some secret that is better left in the middle of nowhere than in a hustling and bustling city.
Yeah,
where
maybe
people might
there's
discover.
a danger here that people don't want to live.
And I think the priest knows more than he is letting
Yeah,
on.
Yeah, we don't see much of the priest, do we?
No.
It's interesting.
All right. So talking about, I think it's pretty much established. Their relationship, as then it's pretty interesting, and I like how they're just focusing on these two characters. Like, there's so much we don't know about the world. There's so many characters that we haven't explored, but we've firmly established these two characters,
Oh,
and then they can move
another
on.
thing that's important. Food doesn't grow here that easily, does it?
No, food can grow.
Didn't the priest say that we don't have?
Oh, right, rations.
Yeah.
That was 10 years
it's
ago.
not a. Yeah, but it's not like a plentiful land where they can grow anything.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of bartering power
Yeah.
with other cities.
It is a poor town church.
Okay, so this lore is definitely 100% canon, but there is probably misinformation or incomplete information in this, just like AOT. I feel like there's more to the devil.
That always happens.
Yeah, it's not just good and evil, like the good knight defeated evil, if you know AOT, right? So it's not like that. I don't think so. And what I'm theorizing is that Asta is related to this devil or demon or whatever entity.
I think what happened is this devil is a female and it probably gave birth to Asta.
I'm not
and
saying.
then it got to the church because it was
No,
found
no.
somewhere.
See,
nearby.
if the devil resides in the book, right, then Asta was given permission or access to that book, but I don't think Asta himself inherently. Okay, it might be. It might be. It's like the sword is his tool.
No, didn't the thief see that reflection of, when the lightning struck, he saw
Yeah, yeah.
Asta's
So
form.
what I'm thinking is that this devil figure, right? Th- this is a very old ancestor of Asta, and the Wizard King is obviously going to become Yuno.
I mean, how it's being illustrated here obviously is
and
not
we
how
keep
it
seeing
actually
in
looks
the
like.
opening, right? And I feel like the openings kind of spoil this, but we keep seeing Asta, getting up, and you see the skull in the background with Asta's shadow in the foreground, as if
Oh, okay.
it's his destiny. Like there's a connection between the skull and him. So I think that's pretty obvious.
Just when the demon destroyed the world. Okay.
And look at he's so scared. I don't want to know this.
Yeah.
And
I like
that's
how it's illustrated.
yeah, the drawings, right?
Very
And
cool.
that's when Yuno's focus comes. Okay, this is interesting.
Part, yeah.
The demon's crying. Now,
What was the illustrator
that could be
thinking
just a children's folktale, like a detail, or there's more to it. And I'm very curious about the sword also. Obviously, that's not the same sword as the black corrupted
So
sword.
do you think that these illustrations were, the story was altered or something?
Yeah, obviously it's written by the victors, right? So there's definitely more to this story. I'm
The
100%, I'm
sword.
100% sure. Like a child, he's triumphant, good over evil, and they both are enamored by the story. And he has the four-leaf clover as his staff.
Wait, did he become the Wizard King after defeating or
Yes.
before?
He was dubbed the Wizard King. He was just a mage.
Oh, so he was the knight.
He was a powerful mage. And
No, you become the knight of the Wizard King, then
yes,
you become
yes.
the Wizard.
No. I'm not sure.
Yeah. That's how you become the Wizard King. You're chosen, I think.
Could be.
I mean, this can't be the only 4 Clover book, or it would have been already decided that he was the.
Yeah,
Wizard
obviously
King.
it's not the only 4 clover
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
I'm saying he's a potential candidate.
Okay, so he was a knight, and after he defeated the monster, he became the Wizard King.
And we currently have a
Got
Wizard
that
King.
power of the Wizard King, right?
I'm not sure.
Isn't that interesting though?
How are the Wizard Kings chosen?
But see, this is what I think. In the first episode, it was mentioned that you take an entrance exam 6 months later. Okay, if you pass the entrance exam, you become the knight. And I think
No.
the king
If you
has
yeah.
the king has knights, and I think you're either decided by the Wizard King, as in you're chosen to be the next Wizard King, or people dub you as the Wizard King or something like that.
Or there is some kind of
Spiritual.
I don't know. There is a Wizard King currently, and you see there are multiple Wizard Kings throughout the generations. And this boy, this guy,
No. Why I asked that question was
yeah,
that the knight that was dubbed the Wizard King didn't necessarily save the town. He just wanted to be the Wizard King.
he wasn't a knight. He was just a mage. He was an independent entity, a mage.
Powerful mage.
Yes.
Just that.
Yes.
And then he was dubbed the Wizard King.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's no definite connection with the knights and the Wizard King.
Alright.
So their job is to protect us with magic. So there exists entities. So this city is in the Clover Kingdom, right? And it's being protected by outside malicious forces. Right?
King is royalty, and the Wizard King is anyone can be the Wizard King.
Yes.
So there's aristocracy,
But I doubt that. I think there is more to the selection process than just anyone can become the Wizard King. That's just some to attract a lot of candidates. All right, I think that's it. And at the end, you see them the same dialogues and scenes as from the past, and this will be a say it will be like the fist bump, right? Throughout whatever happens, they will hold on to that promise.
Yeah, I think they're going to fight each other, but they will not.
Yeah, I'm very curious about what happens to their because there'll definitely be a conflict. Awesome. Great second episode also. I'm still waiting for when the show actually becomes bad because so far it's good. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a dive in quality.
Yeah, with other characters, I think.
Yeah, but eventually it's going to go up. Alright, that was it for episode 2. Yeah, and now we wait for episode 3. Bye.